Good evening. This is CTV News for Wednesday, February 13th. I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. Well, dozens of leaders from state's teachers unions and educational associations are launching a campaign and a rally to increase school funding. Called March for Our Schools, the rally will focus on recommendations from the Kirwan Commission, including increasing pay for teachers and educational support, professionals like school secretaries and bus drivers. And the Maryland State Education Association says the process for passing a new funding formula has been delayed for 2 straight years. Advocates want it done no later than the 2020 legislative session.
$2.9 billion annually is what our schools are underfunded. That equates to $2 million per school. That holds back our schools. We have underpaid teachers, 25% less than comparable positions and professions, making it hard to recruit and especially retain the best for our students in classrooms.
I have 2,642 students that I care for. That's 4 times what it should be. The majority of my time is spent testing and meeting to maintain special education compliance timelines, leaving very little time to provide the actual support to the students I know they need.
And the rally is scheduled for Monday, March 11th at 6 p.m. It will start at the Navy Yard on Road Boulevard and march toward the State House. Well, the Maryland Healthcare for All Coalition is rallying support for legislation aimed at expanding coverage in Maryland. Earlier this session, lawmakers in the General Assembly proposed a bill that would establish a healthcare down payment plan. It would allow residents to get coverage with the help of financial assistance from the state. Several groups, including the Maryland Hospital Association and the American Heart Association, have endorsed the plan.
The Affordable Care Act and healthcare expansion helps everybody, not just the uninsured, but all of us. Premiums go up much more slowly when everybody's insured and uncompensated care is reduced. So the health insurance down payment is a way to help all Marylanders afford their health care.
And supporters say the bill would increase the number of insured Marylanders by 130,000. Well, residents who lost their homes to unfair, deceptive, or abusive practices by mortgage servicers could have some relief under a new bill. HB 425 would extend the statute of limitations from 3 years to 12 years for borrowers to prove their claims.
Wells Fargo borrower would be permitted to sue for their damages and losses for losing their home that they should not have lost because Wells Fargo should have given them a modification by its own admission. Not fraudulent admission, but it's unfair, abusive, or deceptive admission.
We had probably about 5,000 foreclosures still in the hopper. We go to court to try to get relief, and we outgunned. So we have been talking to our legislators, convincing them, hey, we need some type of relief for the homeowners in the state of Maryland.
And you're hoping to get what kind of relief?
Well, for the homeowners is giving them more time in order to rectify the wrong that they have encountered in the foreclosure process.
And more than 60,000 homes have been lost in Maryland since the foreclosure crisis began in 2008. In other news tonight, a bus driver is lucky to be alive. That's after becoming trapped following a multi-vehicle crash. The accident happened this morning on Branch Avenue near Surratt's Road in Clinton. The driver had to be extracted from the commuter bus and was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. No one else was injured. The cause of the accident is still under investigation.